The motivation for Sage and Oracle to collaborate is all about lowering the cost of IT, getting much more cost-effective solutions which customers can implement much more quickly than they've ever done before. By combining the strengths of Sage and the strength of Oracle with Exadata, we're talking about world-changing ability. Sage ERP X3 and Oracle Database 11G are very complementary. By bringing these two things together, you get a leading solution in that marketplace, a well-recognized solution, and one which has been optimized to work together to help the customers get much quicker to benefits. The Exadata database machine contributes to the total offering because Exadata is about hardware and software engineered to work together. The database and the hardware have been designed to work together to give huge performance gains without compromise. By combining that with the ERP X3, you get very fast performance out of the database side and you get the functionality of X3. This solution is very important to both Sage and to Oracle. We think that it will make a big difference for our joint customers, and we think that there is a big market opportunity.
Well, Emmanuel, let's finally talk about the standard edition.
Yeah, big news for today because, you know, only 34% of mid-sized businesses have real-time visibility on the status of their processes. So that's not big. 40% of mid-sized businesses don't even have standardized procedure for order management or fulfillment, which is, you know, worrying.
Right.
So we thought, you know, how could we offer to those customers, those smaller customers, the ability to access Sage ERP X3 with limited manpower and budget investment, and most importantly, to get that up and running in a very quick time. Some of our deployment of standard edition are as low as 35 man-days workload, which is a challenge for an ERP of that magnitude.
Absolutely.
So standard edition is really addressing that challenge and providing our customer with an embedded best practices from the experience we have of deploying Sage ERP X3 around the world with our business partner. And this new release is introducing major advancement, taking advantage of 6.2. We'll have access by role. We'll have a setup wizard with 200 processes already embedded in the system. We've got those best practices that are evolving and enriching the solution. We've got more than 60 key performance indicators ready to use, more than 400 reports ready to use, a number of things that, you know, really set the stage for having a quick deployment and enjoy rapidly Sage ERP X3 Standard Edition.
If I understand, it's the same product that you have simplified for small-sized companies. And is it available everywhere? I mean, in all countries?
So that's the big news for today, because we have some experience of Standard Edition in France and Spain already. And this new version of Standard Edition is going to be available in the US, in Canada, in France, Germany, Switzerland, Spain, and Portugal. So that's the big news for today.
All right, Emmanuel. I'm a client, and I buy Standard Edition, and I need to switch to full ERP X3. Is it possible?
Not only is it possible, but you could do that in a flash, and you wouldn't have to lose any of your investment because it's the same solution. So you could literally start quick with Standard Edition, get the benefits of ERP quick, and then decide when to move on to a more comprehensive project.
So it's simple?
Very simple, just in a flash.
All right. So you talked about Standard Edition for companies. Do you have solutions for industry?
So industry is a big thing for us because it's another way to address cost effectiveness of an ERP solution. Very often customers are having today to do trade-offs in their choice between a verticalized solution or a horizontal solution, depending on the breadth and depth of that solution. So we thought we could approach this in a more collaborative way than we've been observing in the marketplace, and we want to do that with our partners. That is why we're announcing today the availability of this new program, Industry Solution Program, on the web, sagerpx3.com. We want to gather all the expertise of consultants, ISV again, system integrators, developers, even customers that do have, you know, things to say, to define on top of Sage ERP X3 what would be the additions in 4 areas, which would be discrete manufacturing, process manufacturing, distribution, and services, and define with us how it would look like, how those additions would look like.
I think before we talk about services, I think you have an example that you wanted to share with us about a company.
Correct. We already engaged in that route, actually, because we need to test that. And we have one of our independent software vendor that is providing some interesting complement solution for manufacturing, and that is Preactor. So maybe we could...
I think we have a video about this company, Preactor. We will watch it first.
Preactor APS provides Sage ERP X3 with a powerful planning and scheduling module which takes into account all of the constraints of the manufacturing process, including resources and materials. Preactor APS allows companies to be demand-driven. This means that they can react smartly and quickly to changes in demand and changes in availability of resources. We have found that companies who use our product through our case studies have a 15 to 25% improvement in productivity, a 40 to 50% reduction in work in progress and inventory, and a 90% improvement in on-time delivery performance. Preactor is quick and simple to implement, takes into account all the information coming from Sage ERP X3, and is very cost effective, with return on investment measured in weeks rather than years. Our customers will gain a competitive advantage through being more agile and improving their on-time delivery performance.
Well, Emmanuel, do you have something tangible to announce?
Yes, actually, because
I knew it.
Yeah. I wonder how. Actually, we know that the services industry is underserved with ERP vendors, so we wanted to get a special attention to them. And to start with our industry solution for services, we're proud to announce that we are delivering today project and job costing module on Sage ERP X3, so that will help those services company conduct their business, track their project and cost right from the ERP instead of developing in-house some solution or acquiring some different
making
solution.
their life easy.
And making their life easier. And that's an example of some of the deliverables we'll be bringing to market over time with our partners to each of those industries.
So this global solution, is it available for all the different countries?
So, this solution will be available in the US, in Canada, France, UK, Germany, South Africa, and even Australia.
Wow. And your last point is globalization. So because we are talking about a global product, right?
That's right, and we saw how important is the organization supporting that global product, but I'd like to add the product piece to it. And we're proud to announce today that we're including in the product two new legislation. One is the Polish legislation. The product has been introduced last week in Poland, and the Russian legislation. So those are two new countries, two new legislation available for all of our customers.
Emmanuel, one more thing?
One more thing, maybe.
Yeah, one more thing.
So, you know, talking a lot about social networking and collaboration, we wanted to enjoy that for our ecosystem as well. And this is happening at www.oursageplace.com, which is the intention is share, innovate, and grow together, inviting, of course, the 1,500 people at Sage working around Sage ERP X3, but also the 200 business partners already with us that are part of this community.
So this is your community website, it's a networking platform.
We want to tap into that collective intelligence in a modern way, right?
Right. Is it for everyone?
It is for everyone. We'll hope we'll have access for customers in the future, but right now it's for partners and Sage. Okay,
Emmanuel, 6.2 version in 2 words.
That's kind of difficult because 6.2 is a pretty comprehensive.
You can do it.
Yeah, I know I can do it. I'll try. But the focus has been on quality because version 6 has been a very big release, so we wanted to focus on that. But we're bringing here more than 330 improvements. So let me highlight a few of those.
Major enhancements.
Yeah, major ones. So some examples of BI optimization, I mentioned that, or web services with the methodology and enhancements. I'd like to highlight on the financials front, a lot of new things in there, like operating budget, things like that. And important thing for users, the integration of Microsoft Office 2010 now in the product, so that's some of the news there. Right. Emmanuel, to conclude very quickly, let's talk about the future. So what are the next steps? What's coming up? You know, we're always working on 2 major releases down the road. So the next one, codename is Emerald. We'll be focusing on the industry editions I was mentioning before, and we're also expanding the ERP with more HR management, more CRM, more warehouse management system. And then after that, we'll have a major release codename Jade. That will be a major technology release with new ways to access mobility, cloud, all the things I mentioned starting my pitch. So, you know, bright future in front of Sage ERP
Right.
X3.
Well, Emmanuel, thank you. All this sound very exciting, and of course, we were glad to you being here to share all this information with us. I know that you will come back for the Q&A session with Rob Charlton. And remember, the second part of this live program will start in a few minutes, and it is exclusively addressed to journalists and analysts. And I will hand over to Rob Charlton, who will be moderating this part with the rest of the team. Well, audience, thank you for watching us today. It was a real pleasure for me to host this live program. And if you wish to review it, you can go to sageerpx3.com for replay and even follow the Twitter feed at sageerpx3. Well, thank you for watching us, and goodbye.
Goodbye.
One of Magellan's main objectives is to decrease the operational risks from our tools becoming obsolete, as well as from their lack of potential for further evolution. It also aims at providing a unique central software package and common master data for all of the group's entities. This means that all the users will adopt a solution that meets their trade-specific needs, and its user-friendly design will help them do so. Sage, with its Sage ERP X3 and its implementation approach, has shown the best ability to answer our requirements.
The decision to move to Sage ERP X3 was a unanimous decision by the board of directors. It was able to bring together customer service, inventory production, and the back office into one continuous system.
Sage ERP X3 is everywhere.
Now we have reports for the product management group on what products are selling and how much, and we've been able to improve our budgeting process.
The computer will tell me how many batches of each product I need to make, when I need to make it, what used to take me 8 hours to do, I can do now in about an hour.
How do you put a value on business intelligence? We're able to gather now marketing information from that we were never able to gather before.
We've built some dashboards for our executive management.
Production variances, yield variances, purchasing variances, and it is able to give us the ability to be more profitable.
It's allowed us to move from order entry to manufacturing to warehousing and inventory so that we don't run our business off of spreadsheets, because we can predict better.
X3 provided that middle market solution that we were looking for.
Quality has improved, our safety in-house has improved, overall morale has improved, so life is much better with X3.
Without Sage ERP X3, it would be very difficult to run the machine every day.
Unquestionably, X3 has been worth the investment, and it's just paying dividends every year.
It's given us the opportunity to grow at a rate that's been pretty significant over the last 10 years. It's helped us manage that growth.
It's made Garland a lot better business, a lot better place to work.
We're smarter because of it, and we'll continue to grow with it.
You feel great.